And finally, I'm joined here by Erica Joseph and Barbara Whitehead here to talk about the Women's Fund at the Community Foundation of the Eastern Shore. Ladies, thank you so much for being here with us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
You're very welcome. Now, Barbara, this fund was started not too long ago and already has more than 100 local women involved. So talk to me a little bit about that. This membership's really growing.
Well, it has. This fund is a unique way for women to empower other women and children in the community. Even though we have members that have been very generous of both genders, our real mission is for women to pool their resources together and to help others in the local area.
So tell me a little bit about this Women's Fund. How did this all get started? Where did this idea all come from?
Well, it was a group of local women. There are women's funds all over the United States. But finally, they decided that it was time to test the waters. And it started in 2011. And the support from the local community has been, I think, amazing to all of us. And I think that really says the time has come for us to do that.
Absolutely. So how does this work? What kind of women are eligible to receive this grant? How does this all work?
Well, so the way the Women's Fund works is that women from throughout the community and outside of the community, actually, we've had a few of those, as Barbara said, contribute to the fund, pool their resources, and then we make grants available on an annual basis to nonprofit organizations on the Lower Eastern Shore that serve specifically women and girls, or have programs that serve women and girls.
So how much money is up for grabs? How does somebody apply for this?
This year, the fund has $30,000 available for grant. Okay. It's a really unique fund because it has so many people involved as donors, but then they've planned for the future. Half of each contribution goes into the fund's endowment, which is sort of invested for permanent grant making in the community, and half of it goes into the immediate grant pool. And so it's a really nice way that the women who started the fund and all of those that contribute can really make a difference right now with things that they see in the community that need support, and also create that sustainable resource that women far into the future will be benefiting from.
And so there are grants available this year, correct?
Right. April 1st is the deadline.
Okay, that's coming up.
Absolutely. It's pretty close, but we know how grants work, and people often do those at the last minute. So we, the women have created a wonderful process. They work very hard to review all the applications. You can get one of those at womensfundeasternshore.org, and the deadline's April 1st. They go through a review process. They have a committee set up just for that purpose. They do site visits, they meet with all the programs, and then they make the recommendations that they think most fit the mission of the Women's Fund and will make the most difference for local women and girls.
So anyone out there that's eligible for this grant, what is that application process like? What exactly do they need to do before April?
Before April 1st, they need to download the application. It's only a couple of pages long. We ask very, I think, straightforward, simple questions, and as long as they answer those questions and get it into us by the deadline, the members of the Women's Fund Grant Committee will take it from there. They will have the opportunity to meet with one of those representatives to talk in a little more detail about what they're really trying to accomplish. The committee will meet, and then they'll announce those grants at a special reception that we do in June that highlights all of the wonderful work that the local nonprofits will be doing with those funds.
Absolutely. So Barbara, why women? Why is it so important to give this money to women?
Well, I think that it is a way for women to join together. I also think that in some areas, women and girls are maybe underfunded or have less things available. And so this really gives us an opportunity to focus on them. The past grant cycle that we did gave a grant to a group helping young women coming out of foster care, getting ready to go into the world. We also did an emergency group, and then we did a group trying to help young women increase their skill set.
It's such a great thing you guys are doing. Ladies, thank you so much for being here with us this morning. Unfortunately, we are out of time, but thank you for watching Good Things Delmarva. Remember to catch us here every Sunday morning. We'll see you next week.